is saying the same thing right now. You don't need to learn coding anymore. AI will do it for you. And honestly, they are not completely wrong. In 2026, tools like Cursor, Replit, and GitHub Copilot are letting complete beginners build functional apps in hours, not months. A New York Times journalist with zero coding experience built multiple working applications using just conversations with AI. But here is what the hype machine isn't telling you. When a senior engineer tried vibe coding for a real client project, the AI deleted an entire production database despite being explicitly told not to touch anything. Vibe coding is powerful, but it's also deeply misunderstood. And if you get this wrong, you could waste years building skills that don't matter, or worse, skip skills that absolutely do. So in this video, I am going to break down exactly what vibe coding is, which tools are dominating right now, and most importantly, what this actually means for your career, whether you are a complete beginner, a student, or a working professional looking to switch into tech. Let's start with the basics. The term vibe coding was coined by Andrej Karpathy, the guy who built AI at Tesla and co-founded OpenAI in February 2025. He posted on X saying there is a new kind of coding where you fully give in to the vibes, embrace exponentials, and forget the code even exists. And that one post changed everything. So what does vibe coding actually mean? In simple terms, instead of writing code line by line, you describe what you want in plain English. The AI interprets your instructions and generates the code for you. You say, create a login page with email verification. The AI builds it. You say, add a dashboard that shows user analytics. The AI builds that too. You are not memorizing syntax. You are not debugging semicolons. You are just describing what you want. Think of it like this. Traditional coding is like being a chef who knows every recipe by heart and cooks everything from scratch. Vibe coding is like having a kitchen full of expert chefs. You tell them what dish you want, they prepare it, and you taste and adjust. The skill shifts from how do I write this to how do I direct this. Now, here is where it gets interesting. This isn't just some experiment in Silicon Valley basements. This has gone completely mainstream. Let me give you some numbers that might shock you. Collins Dictionary named vibe coding the word of the year for 2025. That's how culturally significant this has become. GitHub Copilot, one of the biggest AI coding assistant, now has over 20 million users. They are adding roughly 1.7 million new users every single month. Cursor, another vibe coding tool, hit a $9.9 billion valuation. They went from $0 to $100 million in annual revenue in just 12 months. That's the fastest growth any SaaS company has ever recorded. Replit, which lets you build entire app in your browser using AI, has over 30 million users. Their revenue grew from 2.8 million to 150 million in under a year. That's a 50x jump. And it's not just startups. Y Combinator, the most famous startup accelerator in the world, reported that 25% of their winter 2025 batch had code bases that were 95% AI generated. Google CEO Sundar Pichai said that over 30% of Google's new code is now written with AI assistants. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said AI writes 20 to 30% of Microsoft's internal code. The tools are everywhere now. Cursor, GitHub, Copilot, Replit, Bolt.new, Lovable, Windowsurf. Code, the list keeps growing. So this isn't a fad. This isn't a tech bubble waiting to pop. This is the new normal. But here is where things get complicated. Because all this growth, it's hiding a much darker story that most people aren't talking about. Let me tell you what the hype machine leaves out. A rigorous study called the Meta Study was published in 2025. They tracked experienced developers from major open source projects completing real-world coding tasks. The result? Developers using AI tools were actually 19% slower despite believing they were 20% faster. They felt faster, but they were slower. The perception didn't match reality. Why? Because the time saved writing code was eaten up by debugging, fixing errors, and cleaning up the mess AI created. And it gets worse. Fast Company reported what they called the vibe coding hangover. Senior software engineers described working with AI-generated code as development hell, spending more time understanding and fixing code than it would have taken to write it themselves. Security is another massive problem. A Swedish vibe company app called Lovable was found to have security vulnerabilities in 170 out of 1,645 applications it helped create. Personal user information was exposed to anyone who knew where to look. And remember that database deletion I mentioned at the start? The founder of SaaStr, a major tech conference, documented his experience with Replit's AI agent. Despite explicit instruction not to make any changes, the AI deleted his entire production database. This is the reality no one wants to talk about. Vibe coding is incredible for prototypes. It's amazing for weekend projects. It's perfect for testing ideas quickly. But the moment you need something secure, scalable and maintainable, something that actually works in the real world, that's when the cracks start showing. And here is the scariest statistics of all. A Stanford University study found that employment among software developers aged 22 to 25 dropped nearly 20% between 2022 to 2025. That coincides almost perfectly with the rise of AI coding tools. Junior developer jobs are disappearing. Companies are asking, why hire someone at $90,000 a year when GitHub Copilot costs $10 a month? So if vibe coding has all these problems, why are the smartest people in tech still betting billions on it? Because they understand something most people don't. Here is the part that actually matters for your career. Let me start with the good news. Software development jobs are not disappearing. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics project 70% of growth for software developers between 2023 and 2033. That's much faster than average. Gartner analyst Philip Walsh put it perfectly. AI won't replace software engineers. It will actually create demand for more software, and that drives demand for highly skilled engineers who can build it. This is crucial. The role is changing. The shift isn't from employed to unemployed. The shift is from coder to architect and curator. The value is moving up the chain. Think about it. If AI can write code, then writing code becomes less valuable. But if AI can't understand your business, can't design your system architecture, can't ensure security compliances, can't make judgment calls about trade-offs, then those skills become more valuable. So what skills actually matter now? First, system design and architecture. AI can generate a feature, it cannot design how 10 features work together without breaking each other. That's a human skill. Second, security analysis. AI introduces security vulnerabilities it cannot detect. Someone needs to catch those. That someone is you. Third, prompt engineering. This is the new literacy. How clearly can you communicate intent to an AI? How well can you break down complex problems into prompts that actually work? Fourth, debugging and maintenance. AI creates code it cannot fix when things go wrong. The ability to read, understand, and repair code is more valuable than ever. Fifth, domain expertise. Healthcare regulations, financial compliance, legal requirements. AI doesn't understand these contexts. Humans who do become irreplaceable. Now let me tell you who wins and who loses in this new world. The winners are experienced developers who use AI as an accelerator, not a replacement. They understand the fundamentals and they leverage the tools. Best of both worlds. The losers are people who skip the fundamentals entirely. They can generate code but can't understand it. They can build prototypes but can't ship products. They are fast until something breaks and then they are helpless. The dangerous middle is where most people will end up if they are not careful. They know just enough to be productive but not enough to be valuable when things get complicated. So here is my advice depending on where you are right now. If you are a complete beginner, learn the fundamentals first. Understand how code works, how logic flows, and how systems connect. Then add AI tools. Don't skip the foundation to chase speed. If you are a student, you are in the perfect position. Computer science fundamentals combined with AI collaboration skills is an unbeatable combination. Learn both, you will be ahead of people with 10 years of experience who refuse to adapt. If you are an early career developer, use AI as a learning tool, not a crutch. Every time AI generates code, review it. Understand why it works. Ask it to explain. Build your judgment even as you build speed. If you are a working professional looking to switch, upskill into areas AI can't touch. Architecture, security, prompt engineering, project management. Move up the value chain, not sideways. The developers who thrive in this new era won't be the fastest coders. They'll be the clearest thinkers. AI handles syntax, human handle judgment. That's the divide that will separate careers. So let me leave you with this. Vibe coding is not a threat. It's not a miracle. It's a tool, probably the most powerful one developers have ever had. But tools don't build careers. People do. The ones who panic and skip fundamentals, they'll be stuck fixing bugs they don't understand in code they can't read. The ones who ignore this completely, they'll be left behind while everyone around them moves twice as fast. But the ones who learn the fundamental and master these tools, they won't just survive the shift, they'll lead it. The best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is right now. If this video helped you see the bigger picture, hit the subscribe button. We break down the trends that actually matter for your career. No hype, no fluff, just clarity.